Pastor Tim coming to you from Central Texas, from Ben and Lomita United Methodist Churches, taking care of the rural part of Central Texas, trying to be faithful to the gospel of Jesus Christ and also to the message of John Wesley in 1700s England as he brought about a new church movement. We are talking about the Bible because we figured that the Bible needs to be emphasized to people. It's the foundation of our faith, but it's very little understood and very little read. So we need to go through the stories and learn about some of the things that help us navigate through the difficulty of the scriptures. And today we're talking about the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant was the structure that God had Moses and the people make so that they could have a holy presence. It was surrounded by a tent that was the tent of meeting. And the Ark of the Covenant later on had the Ten Commandments in it. And that was the center, it would have angels on each side of it, and that would be the throne of God. So that was God's presence within the land. And they moved from place to place, and they would move God's presence with them. So we have the idea that wherever we are, God is. God is not limited by geography. Many of the gods of that time were limited by the boundaries of their countries that they ruled or that they provided for the people. If you could go far enough away, you would leave God and leave their God behind and enter the territory of another God. It was all competition, but the one true God was mobile. It stayed with God's people. But when they came to the time to settle down, they needed some other structure, and David wanted to create a temple. But God said, no, that's not what you're going to do. You're the one who established the government. You're the one who established Israel. You've been at war much of your life. We need that to be a place of peace. That God says, I'm not particular about being in a tent. And then Solomon was David's son, who ends up being king, and he builds that temple. But it's all according to where God exists in the midst of Israel. We have had worship centers ever since, but maybe we need to put the worship center in a tent so that it can move from place to place wherever where the ministry is, wherever good is done, wherever people are in need, and God reaches out. It ought to be the place for the temple. We sometimes get caged in by the four walls. Maybe we shouldn't. Maybe they ought to be more temporary because God's place is among people. So I hope that helps in understanding of what the work of the church is. It's to go from place to place with God's mobile presence and to take that presence to the people that are in need. So I'll see you next time.